When John got involved, the level of detail was absolutely astounding. Every square inch of these huge pieces of scenery he had thought about, planned and sketched out. So that was...
had to be lit, and so there was an enormous amount of work going into that. Ken Cato told me about the Times Square and the neon light ceiling that they did there, display that they did within that. John didn't want it to look like New York's Times Square with lots of advertisements and things in it, which was part of an original plan, I gather. And so he approached Ken to produce a design, and it was along the and to have a theme in it. So it was to be neon lights ceiling, and it was 7.5 kilometres of lighting that they used, and then they synchronised it into a theme, which was the seasons. So seasons into months, into days, into minutes, I gather. And the story there about testing it to see whether it works is that they, set it up because you had to test these things at night to see whether they worked, and then they drove around Brisbane to see whether it could be seen from all around Brisbane, which was this thing of John's sense of scale, that it wasn't just in the site, that the site itself and Expo spread out into the city in those ways.
It's the laser lights and the amazing xenon light that was on top of the Night Companion.
Yes, yeah.
Was an amazing feature of Expo. And I don't think the Airport Corporation today would actually approve it if we were doing the same thing. I mean, they would have apoplectic fits over the lighting that was done on the site constantly for that 6 months.
Probably would be, so it was good that it was able to be done then. The lighting was about theatre, of course, and John's background, as you mentioned earlier, was theatre. He started in theatre in Melbourne before going into film. So, and the lighting was very important, and hence Dan Flannery and a young man called David Finn did the lighting. And as I said, I gather absolutely everything was lit. The orchid forest was lit. Every angle was lit. But there was this thing of going into the sky, going up with the stilt walkers, and as well.
And what I'll do, Denise, actually, I will edit in, because I've actually got from Rick Birch nearly 2,000 slides of photos that he took, and he does have some amazing nighttime photos that will really serve to demonstrate exactly what you're talking about. Now, Denise, what we might do is just break off this conversation. We'll come back in a minute, everyone.